Okay, it's 80 degree. Well, I think it's like 80 or 90 degrees in California right now. But I don't know, I can't figure this out. So this is great. Have the rugs to protect the floor. Cool, cart, cool, light, cool. Took down all the shelves, took down the desk, have this hung up. Also really think this is great. Excited to be able to have like 2 working walls, but problem 1, the rug doesn't reach. Easy enough, right? Like I can just move the rug back over, that'll cover that. This will be covered. This, I mean, I'm not gonna paint on this side, so it should be fine, but what about this? I don't know. I'm kind of like second guessing the layout here. I'm like thinking maybe it was better to have the table here and then just have nothing above it for like smaller works in progress. And then maybe I should have hung up this on this side. I don't really know. I'm just like staring at the walls, trying to figure it out. Another issue is storage. Like I was leaning like in progress work on this wall, and if I'm going to use this to like this space to sit and paint like small works on paper, this wall to work on larger works, this wall to work on larger works, where am I supposed to store stuff? And like this is packed, so I don't know. I think there's some flaws in the plan here. I got it. I think I'm gonna swap it back to the way it was. Like literally put the desk back where it was, but hang up this painting back kind of like where I was like leaning it. I think it should fit on the wall. And then I could have like a small working wall, keep the desk area where I was painting, have like a smaller shelf for the works on paper, and then have like empty space above that I could work on, like, you know, panels or whatever. Like I could just move the desk out if I wanted like an additional working wall, right? I think I'm gonna try that. Okay, yes, I think this makes sense. I need to do a few more things, but I will have like one painting here. This is obviously the max size I can do. So ideally this will be like a working wall for smaller paintings, maybe even like this size painting, a panel or canvas. I can get like a better kind of rug or something there. Desk is back here. I think this makes sense. Smaller shelf. I can just choose a few small works on paper to work on at a time. And then if I want to hang like a panel or a canvas up here, I can literally pull the desk away and stand and work on this wall. So I think this actually is better than what I initially imagined, because I wanted 2 working walls, and I think I can paint here, that's hung up. I can paint sitting down or standing up on this empty area. I can paint here. If I really wanted, I could clear off a little space and paint on like the officey desk, but I probably won't. So literally, I can paint everywhere. What I need to figure out now is just a place to store these. This was Devin's closet when he was living here, which is empty now, so maybe I can kind of reorganize that, and then just stuff like some canvases, or maybe even like boxes, or I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I think this is it. This is what I'm gonna stick with for the foreseeable future. little update on this. It's really close. I'm hoping to finish it this week. Um, Actually, through the camera, it looks honestly better than what I'm seeing in real life. I just want to define those kind of warm and cool areas that I described last week, but actually like in the camera, I can see like the blue and then the orange around the blue. So that's exciting. I don't think I need to do a ton, but yeah, I need to do a little bit. I really wanted to do another triptych, but I have like two kind of yellow, greenish blue paintings on those two surfaces, and then I have this totally black panel. So not that I can't like switch them up, but I think I'd like to just keep this one black and then maybe do a diptych, or I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning more towards just having 3 single paintings. Yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed working super large and I would like to do it again, but it does take up a lot of room. So I think, I don't know, I could work on more things if I worked on them all separately. This is Wednesday, which is what happens when it's super hot in the summertime. She does this like frog leg thing. I don't know if anyone else's cat does that. It's so cute. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do really early stage works on paper. And yeah, again, they're all really connected to the love letter project. This actually is one of the love letters I got probably like 5 years ago now. And it's one of the last ones. I just collaged it on this piece of paper, started the painting, and then it kind of got lost in with the never-ending unfinished works. There are some love letters in this painting too. I think these two are the last of at least letters that were given to me from other people about other people, if that makes sense. This is kind of loosely related to the project. I was thinking a lot about the whole like King of Hearts thing, and so that kind of motif is actually hidden in quite a few of my paintings. And yeah, these are some small works on paper. I've been just trying to experiment mostly. Different shapes, colors. These are finished paintings. This is kind of a landscapey one. This I was gonna share, and I don't know if I like it. So it's still kind of sitting in a weird, awkward state. Same with this painting. I really liked it, and then I just ended up like pouring white paint over the whole surface. I really like the texture, but again, not really sure what to do with it. I'm just trying to really explore, because there's no reason not to with these small works on paper. You've got nothing to lose. Something actually kind of interesting, because it's like a crazy Frankenstein painting. I think actually I did show this shaped painting. It kind of has like this zigzaggy shape, which I thought the painting might exist as in its final state, but I'm bringing it back to the rectangle, a little, kind of an awkward rectangle. Like I'm gonna keep a lot of these like points where it juts out and comes back in, but I don't know, I'm putting these weights on it to let the glue dry properly, and then I'll work back in and see what the next step is. But something kind of fun, I don't really do this a lot, like collage literal like fragments of painting onto the painting itself, if that makes sense. Like, making a painting bigger. I don't really do that a lot. It's actually coming along a lot slower than I imagined, and that's totally fine. It's really a lot of looking that I need to be doing, and I am kind of hesitant to do anything drastic to it. So yeah, every change I make is very small in the grand scheme of things. Like I probably work on this maybe an hour every day the last few days. Like I'm not really doing super long studio sessions with this. I just don't want to rush it. Some of the little changes that have happened, like again, like I kind of said in the last vlog, I'm doubling up on a lot of areas. Like I said, I want to do this kind of alternating like warm, cool thing, and you can kind of see like the blue in the background, and then it shifts to orange, pink, yellow-ish. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be doing this to every single color, but a lot of the warmer colors in these sections, I'm going to add some cooler tones on top. And then similarly with the warm, you know, here, like there's the blue, I added the pink on top. So I think I need to do a bit more of that here, and also kind of tighten up areas where there's a bit too much space. Like you can kind of see, let's see, like here, you know, I'm adding like this yellow in this space where there was like a bit too much empty space, if that makes sense. I'm kind of tightening up certain areas. I'm not going to do that to every single area, but I think like this kind of thing, there's a bit too much space there. So those are the spots that I'm kind of keeping a lookout for and addressing, you know, like here too. You know, this kind of thing is like nice because you see this like blue drip. But again, I think there's just too much space there. So those are my two kind of things on the list with this. Tightening up those open areas and then addressing some small kind of color issues. So a little update on these. This, I don't know if you remember, this was like pretty much black, gray, and white, and I just didn't like it. So honestly, I've been struggling with this quite a bit, but I pulled out this. I think this might be done or very close to being done. I peeled off the tape, so that's like a good sign. That means I'm like ready to photograph it very soon. Also working on this quite a bit, some other small works on paper, and I did work on my sketchbook a little bit. This is something I think I showed in a previous clip, but I think this page is done. Again, it's kind of documenting the exact colors that I'm using in the triptych. My brother and I went on a really long hike this past weekend, and we both took our sketchbooks with the full intention of drawing in nature. And I had this idea where I wanted to do this kind of drawing exercise where him and I would draw in our sketchbooks for like 2 minutes, set a timer. At the end of the 2 minutes, we'd switch, draw for 2 minutes, switch again, draw, switch again. And we didn't do it. Like we were supposed to go on a 6-mile hike, and for those of you that know me, I am very directionally challenged. Like, just when you think it's impossible to get lost, I'll get lost somehow. I don't know. I've always struggled with that, but yeah, we got majorly lost on the trail, and it ended up being more like 9 miles, give or take. But yeah, we reached a point where we were just purely trying to figure out where we were, like how to get back, and also experiencing some anxiety about like how much more do we have to hike? And yeah, so the moment to take out the sketchbooks didn't really happen. But I think in the next vlog, we'll do that definitely, because I was really looking forward to it. Just seeing what would happen is exciting. And as you know, I've been building a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement around my sketchbook work. And yeah, I like to put a lot of time into it. It's worth it to me. So yeah, in the next vlog, I think we're gonna do that. I think my last update I wanted to give is on these landscape drawings, or I guess I should say drawings inspired by nature. This is one I finished, and I didn't really document a lot of it. I didn't record any time lapses or anything, but yeah, this is the third one in the series that I finished. And it is mostly crayon, like wax, and a little bit of colored pencil. And like I said in the last vlog, I'm hoping to do 10 or 11 of these. And yeah, this is one that I finished this past week. Since I'm not really sure if I showed these or not, I think I'm gonna show the other two. Just because this was the first one, which is all colored pencil. And this is the second drawing, which is again all colored pencil. I haven't really been sharing a lot of these online because like I said, I really wanted to share all 10 or 11 at once, kind of like a collection, rather than sharing them one at a time. So there's a little bit of secrecy there. But I did just want to say, just because I was showing them to my brother when he came over the other day and he was asking me some questions, um, I'm not using any reference photos so far. I might, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that I will, but never say never. I honestly wish I did. There are a lot of photos of nature, of flowers, of landscapes that I take on my phone when I'm hiking or walking or whatever, and I really love them, but I just don't feel compelled to like take out technology, like take out my phone and reference a photo when I'm drawing. It just kind of takes me out of it. So um, I wish I had a nice printer, which again, I think I mentioned in a previous vlog. I don't have a printer at all right now, so I don't know. I would eventually like to again have a nice printer and print out some of those reference photos, like photos of flowers, photos of landscapes and nature, and just have them hung up. Like I kind of have a vision of that happening someday. But we're not there yet, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like, I remember a lot of what I see in nature, and I remember colors and textures and composition. So it's a fun challenge to try and go back into memory versus um, replicating certain things that I'm seeing in a reference photo. Not that either are better or worse than the other, but yeah, that's just my thought process. Like, basically, I'm open to either, and eventually I would like to use some reference photos, but as of right now, there aren't any, and yeah, I'm just exploring a ton of drawing material specifically, like crayon, colored pencil. I originally thought that I would continue to just do colored pencil and crayon, but I don't know. I think it might be cool to try chalk pastel. I use chalk pastel quite a bit, but I haven't wanted to because it's so messy and I'm like pre-nervous and scared to make this studio messy and have like the chalk pastel dust everywhere. And then of course I have to spray fixative and I have tons of neighbors and stuff. So that's something on my mind, maybe experimenting with chalk pastel. I also have markers, like kind of paint markers. I might do one, but again, I think I'm really trying to stick with crayon and colored pencil. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about the about the drawings, and more soon. There's only 3 and many more to go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. Thank you all so much for watching,